Hello student, I Dr. R.D. Patil, Vasantarav Naik, Arts, Science and Commerce College, Shada, District Nandurbar. Dear friends, we already discussed about the TYBSC paper 6 Ju 506A Pest Management. In this course, I completed the unit number first, that is Introduction to insect pest and different types of the pest. We already discussed these units in your 8 to 9 lectures. We completed this unit number first. Today we discuss about the unit number 2, that is name of this unit is the insect vector. In this units we already discussed about the first topic of this unit, that is the introduction to the insect vectors. So dear friends, we already explained what is mean insect vectors, give the importance role of the insect vectors to be related for the spreading the disease. We already explanation for the first lecture. Today your second lectures of this unit number 2, that is insect vectors. In this lecture we discuss about the brief concept to insect vectors. We have already discussed in first lectures, that is what is mean vector. Vector are those insects which are transmit the disease from the one living organism to the another living organism. In simple way, definition of the vector is the organism that are capable of transmitting other organism that causes disease in vertebrate host. In simple way, that is any kinds of the insects which are causing the disease to the vertebrate host. It is called a carrier or a bearer. Means in simple way, it is also in parasitological language or parasitological means an organism or a vehicle that transmit the causative agents or disease causing organism from reservoir to the host. In nothing but in simple way, we have vectors are the organism or vehicle that transmitting the causative agents, mean disease transmissible agents which are transmitting by the host. We have also called as the insect is called as the reservoir, which reserve or storing the particular type of the disease to transmitting from the one living organism to the another living organism. Vectors generally don't become ill from we are carrying their various viral, protozoan and nematode infections. They might occur some damage their tissues, but in some cases this damage actually makes them more likely to transmit the infect. In simple way, this is also mainly the vectors which are transmitting the causative agents from one living organism to the another living organism. It is not really causing the effects. The vectors which transmit the causative agents or disease transfer from the one living organism to the another living organism, but self vectors are not ill. We are not proper self effects. So in this way, a mosquito with problems in its feeding apparatus will need to take additional bites to complete a blood meal. Yeah, we have the specifically at the time of the sucking the blood of the mosquito, because mosquito are the blood sucking. We have these mouth parts are the piercing and sucking types. As same for the flea with gut closed with plague bacteria will regurgitate more. The specific type of the vectors which are causing or disease transmitted, we have the infection for the host in specific way. That is, vectors are two types, that is primary vectors or secondary vectors. Primary vectors are those they are proved to be transmitting a pathogen to man or other animal. Secondary vectors, if they play a supplementary role in transmission but would be unable to maintain a disease in the absence of primary vector. Means one is the primary vector, we are properly transmitting the causative agents or pathogen from man to other animal. In a secondary way, it is vectors are the supplementary role, we also transmitting the disease. So some examples of the vectors, we are mainly detail studied in your syllabus as well as topics. First is the mosquito. It is a Culeacidae. In your mosquito, there are the four species we already discussed in the syllabus. First is the Anopheles, second is the Culex, third is the Aedes, and Monsonia. So out of these four, these three are the very specifically causative actors. The Anopheles is the mainly disease to causing the host or organism is the malaria, lymphatic filariasis. In case of the Culex, it causing the disease lymphatic filariasis, Japanese encephalitis, other viral diseases which are transmitting by the Culex. Aedes is mainly this type of the mosquito will transmit the disease as a yellow fever, dengue, also dengue, hemorrhagic fever, other viral disease, lymphatic filariasis. These kinds of disease are transmitted by the Aedes vectors or mosquito. Next, Monsonia is also transmitting the disease lymphatic filariasis. Other biting diphterans, that is a tabanus flies, also African sleeping sickness of the disease are transmitted. Bellicus also has a sand flies. We also different kinds of the insects which are transmitting disease from the living organisms. So this is also arthropods, that is an insect. This is a phylum is Arthropoda, class Insecta, and another type of the different kinds of vectors which are mainly transmitting disease is called the vector-borne disease. Mainly as a mosquito, it transmitting the malaria, filariasis, dengue, yellow fever, housefly also, typhoid, diarrhea, gastroenteritis, amoebiasis, poliomyelitis, trachoma. This type of the disease are transmitted by the housefly, which are mainly present in the houses. Next is the sandfly. It has not transmitted disease Kala Azar, sandfly fever, oresia fever. Testes fly, it's transmitted disease sleeping sickness. We already discussed with it. Loose, also called a head loose. It is a epidemic typhus relapsing fever. Rat flea, it is a plague endemic typhus. Black fly, this is a onchocerciasis, is a specific type of the disease which transmitting by this vector-borne disease. Vectoral capacity to get by the also transmitted the disease or potential of the group arthropod to transmit a given pathogen. Vector effectiveness, there are the 6 main determinants with specific transmitting factor of the insect disease to as called by the vectoral capacity with transmitting the one living organism to the another living organism. It is the first is the abundance, host the preference and host feeding patterns, reproductive capacity, longevity, dispersal, and vector competitions. As a specific, we also transmitting the this is a vectoral capacity. So in this way, first is the abundance, means the more vectors there are, the higher the probability of disease transmission, because it has a direct bearing on the probability of the vector host contact. Means abundance is nothing but a numbering of this type of the vectors are the higher or excess in number. This type of the capacity or abundance vectors are we are easily or higher form of the probability to disease transmission. Next is the host preference, means we also selective host, and host feeding patterns. In this condition, knowledge what are vectors feed upon allows for identification of disease transmission. Patterns of host feeding that are determined by identification of blood males in vectors are usually end result of many factors including host preference and host availability. Is a specific characteristic feature to also identify the vectoral capacity to transmitting the disease of the pathogens from host preference or host feeding pattern is most important. Next is the vectorial capacity to the reproductive capacity, means each and every vectors are the excess fecundity also has a to reproductive activity or breeding capacity is higher, means a measure of the rate at which a population of vector increases. Fecundity is a related term which relates to the number of generation broods or litters produced per unit of time. The net reproductive rate of population of vectors is combination of fecundity and survival. Survival is influenced by various mortality factors including predation and disease as well as accidents and neural aging. Means as a specific ability to the vectors also you are strengthen the power to acquire how many times are staying in the universe and causing the disease from one living organism to the another living organism. In this capacity, reproductive activity of the vector is most important factors. Next is a method of transmission. That is vectors are transmitting from the one living organism to another living organism. At this time we have get by the two type of the transmission modes are acquired. That is first is a mechanical transmission and second is a biological transmission. So we have the in biological transmission also cyclodevelopment transmission, propagative transmission, cyclopropagative transmission as a few also the methods of the transmission by the vectors. So first method is a mechanical transmission. In this way about these meanings of the mechanic or mechanical, this term also get by the this is the when the pathogen adheres to body hairs, spines, sticky pads or other structures of insects. We also in the case of certain insects transmission may be regurgitation or defecation. Biting flies may transmit pathogens by biting with contaminated mouth parts as a specific way to get the transmit by the vectors in your mechanical injuries as well as mechanical transmit. Nearly all mechanical transmitted disease can also be transmitted in other ways. Example, contaminated food and water. Example, houseflies and cockroaches. These kinds of the vectors which also roles of the mechanical transmission. It means in your body parts any kinds of the organisms which also attach to its body parts, that is your contents to there's hairs, spines, sticky means in your cockroach body also has the legs has a different parts, that is coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus. It's a specific tarsomere hairs or also wings or body parts and attaching the pathogenic or causative agents of the any disease which transmitted by the cockroach as well as houseflies, any food materials which are engulfing by the human beings which are visiting this type of contaminated vectors and any disease carrying pathogens are transmitted also contaminated these food or food materials and transmitted from one living organism to the another living organism. In this way this transmitted the vectors in mechanical manners. Next is a biological transmission. In this way cyclodevelopment transmission means the parasites undergo several molds in the body of the vector. No multiplication takes place within the body of the vector. The only pathogens that are transmitted this way are filarial nematodes. Start out as a microfilary and develops into infectious larvae, also known as cyclical transmission. In this way the specific vectors which are multiplication or transmitting the vectors from to any living organism, biologically nothing but a main transmission, one living organisms are transmitted disease to the another living organism. In this way these causative agents are transmitted. In a biological transmission, propagative transmission, in this type of the transmission the pathogen multiplies within the body of the vector but does not undergo any changes in the form. It is specific method, means the vectors we also multiplies or also your generations are completed in the vector body and to get transmitted the many more causative agents from one living organism to the another living organism. Most viral disease fall into this category. Plague, a bacterial disease, also an example. Any stage of this pathogen can infect a vertebrate host. So this is a biological transmission. In biological transmission, cyclopropagative transmission, we also both multiplication and changes in the life form of the pathogen occur within the vector. Examples are malaria, leishmaniasis, both caused by protozoan parasites, also known as propagative and cyclical transmission in the to one organism to the another organism. Modes of transmission also the same for the mechanical biological also as a it is a specific way, that is horizontal and vertical transmission. Describe the pathway of pathogen takes among vectors and host in the two ways, that is a horizontal transmission and vertical transmission. In horizontal transmission, transmission involves the pathogen being transmitted by a vector to a host in a cyclical pathway, means it is a one organism to the another organism in the cyclic way. And in a vertical or ventricle transmission, vertical transmission is more direct and does not involve a host but occurs directly from infected mother or female to the offspring. This is also called a transovarial transmission. It is a horizontal transmission is involves pathogen transmitted vector to a host in cyclical pathway, but in vertical transmission the infected mothers were transmitting this type of the pathogens from your offsprings. So this is a transovarial transmission. In simple meanings is called as a transovarial transmission. So this is a schematic representation of the diagram of the horizontal and vertical transmission mechanism. That is a way vector to host, host to vector, vector to host, host to vector. So this is a specific way to transmitting. In the both way we have the get the horizontal and vertical transmission in this figure. This is the different kinds of the vectors, also called insect vector. We are transmitting the diseases commonly. This is the mosquito, this is the housefly, and next is the simple we get by the different pieces of the housefly. So we discuss out of this briefly or short way by the vectors. Above most in your syllabus we commonly studied the three vectors, that is first is the mosquito, second is the housefly, and third is the cockroach. So out of this we have first vectors are get today discuss, that is a mosquito. This is a specific also Anopheles, this is a Aedes we have get by the scene this mosquito. In your specific life cycle of the during the vectors which are transmitting the causative agents will transport from the one living organism to another living organism. At this time in your life cycle, the specific stages, that is the eggs, larva, pupa, adult, these stages are most important. At this time the eggs are incubation. The incubation periods of the specific vectors in your life cycles are different. The time that elapses between the invasion of a susceptible host by an infectious agent and the onset of symptoms of the disease caused of that agent is called the incubation period. In many more time, every insect life cycles also has a vector. The incubation period is most important because this incubation is required to starting to develop by the insects as well as vectors life cycle from the one stage to the another stage. That is, the length of the incubation period varies greatly. That is the extrinsic incubation period, and next is the intrinsic incubation period. Extrinsic incubation period, a period is a vector during which the disease producing organism parasite increases or transforms to a point where it can be transmitted. In this way, this is also a specific process of the extrinsic way. That is the intrinsic incubation period, a period in the vertebrate host before disease is expressed clinically. We have the specific two way, that is a incubation period for the extrinsic, incubation for the intrinsic. So in this way in your syllabus today we discuss the first vectors, that is a mosquito. In mosquito, first we know about the already discussed the mosquito origin, mosquito species. Today we discuss the first species of the mosquito, that is 1.1 is the Anopheles mosquito. With general information or classification of the Anopheles mosquito, mosquito species seems to prefer mammals including humans for its blood meal. The body of the adult Anopheles is slender with delicate legs, grayish hair body Mosquito is a dark brown in black in color and has three regions. Each and every insect's body are divided into the head, thorax and abdomen has same pattern point of view. Mosquito also divided his body are three regions, that is a head, thorax and abdomen. So in Anopheles mosquito, at the rest of the body inclined at the angle of 45 degree to the surface, maxillary palps equal in length, with the proboscis in both the sexes, clubate palps and the male. So this is a diagram of the Anopheles mosquito. In classification or systematic position point of view, the mosquito are classified. Phylum is Arthropoda, class Insecta, subclass Pterygota, division Exopterygota, order Diptera, family Culicidae, genus Anopheles and species Culicifacies. So these mosquitoes mainly transmit the disease Anopheles queen are biting to the human beings and transmit the malaria disease. Anopheles mosquito in your morphological point of view, adult pale dark marks in the wings and resting 45-degree angle to the surface. Pupa or pupae is green with short respiratory trumpets as palmate hairs. Each petal bears a long and short hairs. Larval rest parallel to surface of the water. Eggs is about 1 mm long and has floats on the sides. So this is a diagrams of the Anopheles mosquito. This body are divided into the head. This is the thorax. This is the abdomen. So this is the different parts or body parts are present in this organ. Head has a head appendages, thorax has a thoracic appendages, and abdomen has a not last abdominal segment has get a male or female gonadophysis. So this is also habit and habitat of a mosquito. Mosquito prefer clean and unpolluted water. Biting rhythms or biting methods. Some species bite all hours of day and night, but some like Anopheles bites at night and rest indoor and outdoor, depends on the species. Prefer darker colors. Females with one blood male can lay 50 to 150 eggs of this Anopheles queen. Life cycle of the Anopheles mosquito are completed in your life cycle: eggs, larva, pupa and adult. So in this way life cycle is completed in 4 stages, that is eggs, larva, pupa and adult. So these 4 stages are present in the life cycle of the mosquito. So this type of the metamorphosis is called a complete life cycle. That is 4 stages are involved in the life cycle of the Anopheles mosquito. So out of these 4 stages, that is eggs to adult stage, it takes 6 to 10 days of the development of the Anopheles mosquito. Complete metamorphosis already discussed, that is the 4 stages of the life cycles are present: eggs, larva, pupa and adult. The Anopheles mosquito is responsible for transmitting the malaria, that is mainly. So this is a specific Anopheles diagram. I also saying this is the head, thorax and abdomen parts in your diagram. Also is already discussed or seen the diagram of the Anopheles mosquito. We are in study point of view, dear friend of the students, the every vectors which are studied in your syllabus to the 3, that is a mosquito, housefly and cockroaches. So we study point of view, each and every vectors are is important role or pathogenicity is important. So in your mosquito or Anopheles mosquito, pathogenicity, the pathogenicity or pathological condition associated with malaria is caused by asexual multiplication of Plasmodium in bloodstream of human. Therefore, pathogenicity develops infection by the bite of infected female Anopheles mosquito after completion of an incubation period. We already discussed about the what is mean incubation period. So in case of the Anopheles queen, incubation period is 13 to 17 days. Patients develops malaria. The malaria consists of febrile paroxysm, anemia and splendomegaly to get by the specific way. So in pathogenicity, female paroxysms or periodic recurrent fever, it begins in early afternoon and comprises into three successive stages, which cold, hot and sweating stage are creating the particular disease as a symptoms of the patients. So in this way, this is a case simple malaria to transmit in the life cycle, already discussed detail in your parasitology course. Next point is of the insect vectors, that is in case of the Anopheles mosquito, prevention and control is most important. So malaria is one of the most important human disease, since it not only kills millions of people annually in our country. The prevention and control is being adapted in large way, and there is anti-malarial departments are to develop also as a government policy to preventing the particular type of the disease, to also control the death rate of these living organisms or human beings. The few control measures are as follow. First is the eradication of vector. Is nothing but in particular area the excess population of the mosquitoes or breeding capacity is higher at this time, to controlling the specific method to eradication of the vector. It is not more population in this area. Next is the destruction of adult mosquito by various methods. That is this method to get by the killing by hands. Many more time your early morning to get by the night times, your doors or windows of houses are closed to get by the wire gauges or your doors and windows. So any specifically to single or less number of the population of these vectors are controlling by the killing by hands. Second is the trapping specific method. Third is the fumigation. Fourth is the spraying of malathion, heat and other insecticides. Next is the sterilization of mosquitoes or genetic control as a next popularly method to controlling by the mosquitoes population. Next also destruction of larvae and pupae by fouling methods. In case of the prevention or preventive control point of view, water storages should be always covered with lids in your houses. The many more times your drainage also as your water tanks to covered by the hole with the lids. Spraying of insecticides like DDT, Gamak Jones, kerosene oil, Paris green or thin layer or edible oils is also effective. Destroy the breeding places of mosquitoes. In many more time, the breeding places of the mosquito also has a to get by the ditches or a pondy area also as a drainage waters are storing. This area are also destroyed, not a mosquito to get by the breeding. Proper sanitation around the residential area is essential. Removal of unnecessary vegetation around the houses. Many more time in your rainy season as well as near about the house, the area will be clean. So it also called as a specifically cleanness of the proper area of the house. Next is the defense against mosquito bites. The mosquito can be prevented from biting by adopting various protective measures. In these protective measures, the houses should be built on high grounds having good drainage. In your houses, the properly as a wastage water are released from the outside of the body to elevate the proper drainage is most important. The sleeping quarters should be made mosquito proof. Mosquito net should be used. Application of mosquito repellents. So is a specific type of the activity to use to get by the prevention by the mosquito population. Next, also as in prevention and control method is the most important methods. It is called the biological control. Biological control methods are those in this way one living organisms are controlling to the another living organism. It is the best example for rearing the guppy fish. It is called a gambusia in the water reservoirs in an effective biological controls as these fishes feeds on the mosquito larvae. Second is a bacterial toxins kill the larvae. Bacillus thuringiensis and Bacillus periacus are used against mosquito. So in specific way, this is a prevention and control methods are used by the mosquito. Treatment, in treatment point of view, various drugs are used for the treatment of malaria. Physicians usually recommended drugs like chloroquine, primaquine, quinine, polydrine, mepacrine, etc. is the specific drugs or anti-malarial medicines are used to by treated the mosquitoes transmitting disease as a malaria. So in this way, dear friends, to complete the insect vector point of view, the first species or genus of the mosquito, that is a Anopheles. So in this remaining mosquitoes or vector species are studied in next lectures. So we are watching the video, also get the listening the lectures, and any difficulty to ask me. So thank you. Stay home, stay safe.